Hi, this is my presentation I gave today out at a talk to a youth reach group. So there was about 30, 40 people present, age between kind of 18 to 30-ish, who are job ready. So this is my presentation on interview skills. So I started with this from how to get you from here to here. And then we talked about the top reasons for failure at interviews, our poor communication, slouching, not talking properly, speaking too fast, mumbling, not knowing the company well enough or the job that you're applying for well enough, poor attitude where you might have your phone on or quite rude, or that you make lies, that you tell lies or make excuses for being. Um, and then we moved on to talk about how to be successful at interviews. And success at interviews comes as a result of knowing the job and the company, knowing them well and knowing what you're applying for, communicating clearly. It's like really good eye contact, really good posture, kind of looking directly at the interviewers, and speaking clearly. Then listening to the questions being asked. It's really important to listen to the questions being asked and answer them clearly and to the point. And probably top priority for most employers are that you have to be on time, and being on time means 10 minutes before the interview. Being exactly on the dot or late is just not good enough. Successful preparation I like to show it in this kind of wheel, comes from when you research the company well, when you know your CV well, and you're able to make the matches to the job that you're applying for. So it's vitally important to know the job description or the job spec really well. So the idea behind the interview is that you can match up your skills to the job that's required. And I mean, this is the whole purpose of the interview, is for you to be able to sell yourself as the best candidate for this job. It's vitally important to know the details of the interview, the time and the venue, and know where it's on, and plan what you will wear. Know this in advance. This is my high five top interview tip. I have a hand just there to remind you that it's HAND. H for handshake, A for attitude, N for nerves, and D for dress. H is the handshake. When you're greeted, shake hands. Firm, quick handshake shows that you're confident. Not the bone crusher where you don't want to make him cry or her cry. Not this limp, slippery kind of a thing. It's it's just firm, and it's quick, and it just says that you're here and you're present. With this, I would also maybe add in, that your body should be facing the person that you're shaking hands with, and a nice distance between you both, and make good eye contact while you're doing it. A then is for attitude. Number one, absolutely number one, is no phones. Don't have it on. If you can, leave it at home altogether, but if you must have it with you, make sure it is turned off from the moment that you arrive at the centre. That gives you 10 minutes to come down off the phone, and just do not have that on inside there. That just is the absolute no-no for employers. Smile. This shows that your attitude is good, that you want to be there, that you want to be present for the interview, and that you're confident. And when you smile, it actually helps relax you. So this can be really useful for you as you go on through the interview. Thank the interviewer at the beginning and at the end of the interview. It is a privilege to be offered an interview, and it's up to you to be able to star in this interview. But it is vitally important to thank the interview or the panel for the opportunity, for their time. And I suppose in your attitude, if you believe in yourself, and I love this little thing here, shows you, like, be you, just be you and believe in yourself. If you've been offered an interview, then it is obvious that there is some match there, that the employer sees something there. So it's up to you to show that and to shine it out. So this is your chance to show that you believe in yourself. And if you believe in yourself, other people will believe in you too. N stands for nerves. Everyone gets nervous. This is absolutely normal. Nerves are a sign that you're gearing up to perform, and this is a really good thing. the thing with nerves is that you have to learn how to channel them and turn them into the adrenaline that's needed for performance. And with nerves, like, you need to control them, that they don't put you out of control, but that you can keep steady. So I mean, a couple of tips around this are grounding yourself. If you're sitting down, or if it's pre nerves before you go in, if you stand kind of your feet hip distance apart, flat on the ground, and just kind of root yourself there for a minute. But you can do all of this without an interviewer knowing you're doing this. So if you're sitting down, you can just put your 2 feet flat in the ground, and this will help, just naturally helps to ground you. Also, if you press your thumb onto your small finger and press hard, this really de-stresses your body. So it's also a technique that's used in Kundalini yoga for opening up the communication channels. So these are things that actually really work. So, and they can be very discreet. So if you can do that, pressing with your fingers, that can really calm you down. D stands for dress. It's like first impressions last, just like a handshake. These are the first time you've seen these people. There's some theories around that interviews are lost within the first kind of 5-10 minutes because of first impressions. It is up to you to make an impression that lasts, and this should be a good one. So it's so important to turn up clean in all senses of the word, be neat and tidy. The easiest way for you to know what way to dress and what to wear is to know what the company dress code is. This will give you the guide to what you want to wear, and to find out, the way to do this is to find out by asking them. If you do this, I suppose, to keep in your head that it's one step above the normal wear. So you do not turn up like this. Don't turn up in your shorts with your sunglasses on your head or hanging off of your top and in your flip-flops ready for the beach kind of type thing. Do not turn up casual. It's important that for men, you wear trousers, blazer, suit jacket, or a jumper. A shirt, plain is better, but a shirt that's ironed and clean. Clean shoes, just no runners. It's so important to be well groomed. Employers look for this because this shows that you are interested, that you respect the job you're for. For women, again, it's smart business casual. Not this end of the screen with the jeans, it's more towards the other end. You can wear, trousers, suit. Suit's always the easiest thing to go for because it's well accepted by all interviewers. But there is a smart business casual that is very appropriate to wear. For no accessories or minimum accessories, very minimum makeup, and comfortable shoes. If you wear high heels regularly, that's okay, wear them here, but don't wear a pair of high heels for the first time ever going into an interview. I suppose to help you in all of that with the hand tip is that use your apps. Everybody has a phone. Everybody here is well used to using apps. Every single one of these ones that I have up here, Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all of them all have tips for interview questions. You can Google your company you're applying for. You can Google dress codes. You can do practice ones. Just Google or find out. Get the help that you can from your apps. Use them to your advantage. And lastly here, just going to speak briefly about motivation. This is something that we use regularly in coaching. It's not just unique to coaching, but it is what we use this. It's a great visual for people to see, because with the iceberg illusion, we only ever see 10% of an iceberg. What's underneath, there's 90% of the iceberg is underneath the water. So we can use this as a way to look at things for ourselves. So for the purpose of this talk today, we're using it for success in interviews. So that's where you actually get the job, but that's what people see. So that's what you see as success. What people don't see is the dedication that goes into trying to get to that stage, the hard work, the good habits that you need to create, the disappointments, the sacrifices and the failures that happen for us, and the persistence that goes on underneath. So just grouping disappointment and failure together if we can, this will happen, and with interviews we can end up feeling very disappointed or feel that we failed at something, and it is so important to be able to turn that on its head and take the lessons out of that. There will always be a lesson to learn, no matter what we enter into, but especially when there's disappointment or failure, there's lessons to be learned. So we turn that and use that in our persistence going for the next one, and we get back up and we just go again. So it's vitally important for young people like yourselves who are job ready, that when you get your interview, that you know that underneath, it's inside the person, it's underneath, it is your full responsibility to get what people see, to put that out there. So going into an interview room, the success is that you will arrive on time, early on time. You are pleasant, you are not rude, you are well groomed, and you are clean, and that you are ready to answer questions and ready to show that you are the best person for the position that they have on offer. And all of that will come from the work that you do behind the scenes and underneath. So I wish you the very, very best going forward. In summary, the important thing is to turn up, and I mean that literally, not just literally as you turn up at the door, but you need to turn up mentally too, really switched on for this. It is the performance that you are going to give off your best self. And with that, I leave you with this thought that you are the hero of your own life story. So it's up to you to make these changes happen in your life. If you want change, it's up to you to create it and take it. And with that, you own that success story. So thank you for your time.